When we placed our views onto the sheet, it automatically placed titles associated with each of these views right underneath the original view. In this case, if you highlight over one of your views, you'll see the title that's associated with it. Now, sometimes your titles will look a little bit too long. In other cases, it just won't be lined up in the exact spot where you'd like to be at. To manipulate this, all you need to do is move your mouse down and click on the title itself. While holding the mouse button down, you can drag the title to the position you'd like it to be in. Unfortunately though, by using this method, and I'm just zooming in by using the wheel on the mouse, there's no way to make this line here be shorter or be longer if that's the way you'd like it to be. So in order to adjust that, instead of clicking right here on the line, which as you can see does not give me any sort of dots or manipulation points, instead click here on the view itself. When you do that, you'll get a blue dot here as well as a blue dot here. And you can pull that blue dot from one spot to another in order to lengthen or shorten the line that's associated with your view titles. Also, when you place these views in, it'll automatically title them with the name that's associated with the particular view that it came from. In this case, it was level 1, and it got that information from over here. Now, it may be tempting to select on the view, and then click, and then type in the new name. And sometimes that'll be okay, such as typing in first floor, and now I'm pressing enter. It'll ask, would you like to rename the corresponding level in views? If you say yes, it'll change that information over here. Just so that you can see it, go ahead and click on yes to that. And now you'll notice that it says first floor over here. Also, if we expand out the ceiling plans category, it'll also say first floor for the ceiling plans. Oftentimes that'll be just fine. But maybe we'd like this to read something a little bit different. Not just first floor, but maybe first floor plan. If this should be first floor, what we can do is click on the view again, go to its properties, scroll down, and then there'll be an option about midway down called title on sheet. If you type in something different here, such as first floor plan, and then move your mouse over into the drawing area, you'll see that it's now called first floor plan here, but back on the project browser, it'll still be called first floor. The reason is that whatever you have for title on sheet is an override for whatever is in the view name category. So anything that you have in that dialog box, that's what's going to show up for the title. One other thing to remember is that you're actually going to be best off to move your view to the spot you like it to be first. And that's before making any kind of modifications to the title. The reasoning behind this is, for instance, in this case, I had the view up here in the corner. Then, if I select on the view, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to change this to be 1/4 of an inch equals 1 foot. When I do that, we can see that the view is now larger. The problem is, though, is if I start to come down like this and try to center this in, we can see that the title is almost falling off of the sheet now. So even though we had moved it to adjust it the first time, we're now going to have to move it in order to adjust it a second time to the appropriate spot on the sheet. So as a result of that, always try to get this in the spot that you'd like to be on the sheet first, then make the adjustment second. Because if you move this title to be exactly where you think it should be first, then if you have to make any adjustments to your view after the fact, there's a very good chance you'll have to once again move that view title by clicking on it and dragging it to the appropriate location after the fact.